opener. Handler moves away, gains back, away and racing. And Naughty Kid wasn't the best away. Towards the inside, Star Victory broke out well. There goes Wins 8 as expected, with Pacific Soldier to lead the field. As the runs make the way towards the turn, Aradon Pegasus going to settle back in third. Match Factory is a clear-cut fourth, racing 4-5 lengths off the leaders now. Then came Perfect Buddy Hen from Star Victory, Ari Safe Journey, and Naughty Kid is last of all. The speed is on. It's a well-stretched out field. About 10 lanes cover them as they make their way towards the 500-meter mark. It's Wins 8 and Pacific Soldier matching each other stride for stride at the top of the straight. 4 lanes back to Aradon Pegasus from Match Factory. The rest of the field are well outpaced. Perfect Buddy Hen, Uri, and then came Star Victory as they're into the final 300 meters. Out in front, Wins 8 with Pacific Soldier, who looms large up on his outside. Match Factory's in the clear and starts to run him smartly on the outside. It's Wins 8, Pacific Soldier. Here comes Match Factory over the top, and Match Factory's picked them up one by one. Will win going away from Pacific Soldier, Wins 8, Aradon Pegasus, Perfect Buddy Hen, Star Victory. Then came Ari Safe Journey, Naughty Kid. Well, Ikram's simply too smart for the leading pair. The leading pair were cutting each other's throats out in front, and that just set up the race perfectly for him. He's timed it to perfection, wins by 2 lengths at the end. Does number 1 Match Factory from number 9 Pacific Soldier. And then came number 2 Wins 8 from number 10 Aradon Pegasus, back and forth 1, 9, 2 and 10. And it's number 1 Match Factory. Goes off at 34 and 6. J Ikram for the EP Ton stable, owned by BL Ling. His first win since 2023 in 834 days for number 1 Match Factory. And in saying that, it was a perfectly timed ride for him. Wins 8 and Pacific Soldier going the absolute clappers in front, and it just set up the race for anything just behind them. And Ikram with the 3 kilogram claim as well. Just waited patiently, eventually at the top of the straight made his move and picked them off one by one. It was 2 good and 1 going away at the end here. So big well done to all the winning connections for number 1 Match Factory, who opens up the race meeting as number 1 in race 1. From number 9 Pacific Soldier, CC1 for the Charles Lex stable, owned by Pacific Stable. We'll have to settle for the second spot from number 2, which was Wins 8. Uzair for the Jason On stable and owned by Wins Team Cheval and GH. Was back in third, and number 10 was back in fourth, being Aradon. And they went a blistering hot pace out in front. And Match Factory was just in behind them. And Ikram's timed this to perfection, switched his ride to the outside of the track, and came home full of running and 1 going away at the end. There was actually a bit of support from him at the end, shortened into 34 and 6 at better odds. Was number 1 Match Factory. As mentioned, he's timed this to perfection in race 1. Up next is race 2. It's off at 1:30 p.m. local time. It's a Class 5 Division B over 1,275 meters. It's on track 2, and that'll be run for 32,000 ringgit, and we'll have the field up on screen shortly after the all clear is given. But it's still provisional at this stage. 1, 9, 2 and 10, the provisional call for race 1, and the winner is number 1 Match Factory.